I would like to extend my gratitude to my home state, the Garden Club of New Jersey. The ambitious team of Jersey girls' passion and support are greatly appreciated. These are exceptional gardeners who I am very proud to call my friends. The Garden Club of Fairhaven is forever near and dear to my heart. It's where my garden club journey began 34 years ago. At that time, I could never have imagined being standing here in front of you all today. I have gained a nationwide network of friends who all share the same great cause. Our NGC headquarters staff, under the auspices of Executive Director Michelle Smith, work tirelessly to ensure the success and growth of NGC. Their work demonstrates their dedication to the mission of National Garden Clubs, and we are most grateful for them. Our international affiliates of over 300 clubs across Mexico, Central, and South America are extremely dedicated and very supportive of NGC and its projects. Through our affiliations, we have deepened our value of each other's initiatives and expertise. I would like to thank my friend Craig Kiley for providing the beautiful setting here today. Thank you, Craig. There is no doubt, it goes without saying, that the unwavering support of my wonderful husband, Jim, and our 3 children, Matthew, Stacy, and Michael, have encouraged me over the years to pursue my love of Garden Club. Their understanding and patience enabled me to commit to the organization. They've witnessed firsthand my enthusiasm for NGC. My family has been an incredible support in my gardening endeavors. And today, it is more important than ever that we continue the generations-long tradition of passing down gardening knowledge. Now, if you can, please think back to your first memories of being outdoors, perhaps even in a garden. For some reason, I can recall specific memories. Undoubtedly, my parents were influential on my passion for exploring, embracing, and appreciating nature. A certified military kid, I was born at the Naval Hospital on Patuxent Naval Air Station in Patuxent River, Maryland, known as Pax River, where my dad was a young naval test pilot, along with many of the original astronauts. In fact, John Glenn shared the same backyard. One of my earliest memories is of my parents putting me in what they called was a chicken wire playpen for what they said was to protect me, while they worked outside planting bushes and grass in our new home's yard. Now, as any fellow military kid knows, frequent moving is common. I attended 7 schools in 12 years, and I always felt like the new kid in the classroom. One of our moves was to England, where we lived in a beautiful home right outside of London. The home had a gorgeous garden filled with 72 varieties of plants. During this time overseas, I was privileged to visit exquisite gardens all over Europe, from my home in London to the beautiful gardens of Versailles to the tulip fields of Holland. The list is long. At such a young age, I was extremely fortunate to be exposed to incredible plant diversity. After England, the Navy planned to station my father in Hawaii. My mother was ecstatic she was going to learn about the new flora and fauna of Hawaii. But as things are in the military, relocation orders were suddenly changed to Florida, a mere 3 weeks prior to our move. Mom was not too excited about the heat in Florida, but her real concern was how was she going to grow anything in that sand. Rest assured, she found a way. Only this time, there was no chicken wire playpen for me. She introduced me to my new best friends, gardening tools. I was fascinated how my parents transformed a sandy plot into a garden filled with life, color, and love. While the garden grew and flourished, Mom always brought its beauty indoors with fresh cuttings from their gorgeous plants. During our time in Florida, we lived by 3 military bases in the town of Orange Park, which was home to several MIA and POWs during the Vietnam War. We saw firsthand the sacrifices of our armed forces and the love for their country. John McCain was one of those POWs who was lucky enough to come home to Orange Park. We referred to Mom as Ms. Garden Club. She was very involved in garden clubs both in the town and on the military base. This was, of course, before the digital world and the phone was glued to her ear, just as my fingers are glued to the keyboard today. As club president, Mom found special importance in the NGC's Blue Star Memorial Program. This program started as a living memorial of planted trees for veterans of World War II. And given my family's history, the initiative was very meaningful to both my mother and my father. I never had the green thumb or the plant knowledge that came to my mother so naturally, but I do have a love for gardens and garden club that she imparted on me at such a young age. Years later, after I finished college, I met my husband Jim while working in Miami. We moved to New Jersey, where I discovered that it was right here in the Garden State that the Blue Star program started 77 years ago. I was later privileged and honored to serve as the National Garden Club's Blue Star chairman. Over the past year, NGC has continued to share the appreciation and connection to nature and the outdoors. Now, as we move into this rapidly changing world that this past year has created, NGC has seen an unparalleled commitment from our members. Resilient and adaptable as always, we work together to find new ways to connect during this physically distant time. Together, we forged new avenues of communication. Electronic communication such as virtual platforms, social media, and email provide the ability to learn from, communicate, and grow with members from coast to coast. While connecting in person is ideal, virtual platforms prove to be an asset for NGC. Our members and communication are key to the success of National Garden Clubs. The level of participation confirms that virtual platforms are effective and will enhance the future of NGC. This is such an exciting time. These platforms have opened a threshold of opportunity to reach a wider audience, not only to engage with members that we may not have previously been able to connect to, but also to expand our membership. The adaptability and willingness of our members to embrace this is so impressive. Now, I know it's ironic that we're being called to embrace this virtual world when the heart and soul of our work is to put down our phones, roll up our sleeves, and embrace nature. But ultimately, as with any healthy garden, balance is the key. We all must think about the future of NGC and its goals and how we can best attain them. We must have the willingness to make the changes necessary to reach those goals. Embracing digital technology is one of them. Often we hear, "Don't fix it if it's not broken." Well, we are not broken, but we have learned that there are equally effective ways to bring us together, which we can do in tandem with our timeless traditions. This is our time. Members, you are the most valuable asset to NGC. Your work represents an immense dedication of time, effort, and commitment to this organization and to the communities that you serve. Your passion and love for nature and gardening supports NGC and its endeavors to preserve, protect, and conserve our natural resources and embrace the environment. Each time we share our members' knowledge and talents, NGC has an opportunity to create a long-lasting relationship that supports our communities. So let's have fun doing this. I invite you to play outdoors. Not work outdoors, not toil, but play. Because our gardens and outdoor spaces are gifts for all of us to take pleasure in. The outdoors is a playground of possibilities. Sometimes the pure joy of being active in nature can get lost in the sheer tonnage of work on our to-do list. We often forget how important it is to engage in what makes us happy and to share that with others. As we all know, the future of the planet is in the hands of those who care for it today. What better way to ensure the protection of our wonderful world than to begin sowing seeds to spark a child's curiosity? Can you remember your own youthful joy in discovering roly-polies, the colorful fallen leaves, or the smell of freshly mown grass? Our senses reveal the splendor which nature has to offer. Teaching children about gardening and playing outdoors offers the opportunity to plant those little curious seeds, which sprout into excitement to learn and experience more of nature's bounty. Network with Nature, authored by Brenda Moore, tells the story of curiosity and joy of a child playing outdoors. The story encourages the child to put down his devices and explore nature, and also reminds us to connect with our youthful spirits. Our new initiative, Gardening with Nature, calls for gardeners to work with nature, building on natural ecosystem processes. Its goal is to restore and promote sustainability by gardening in harmony with nature. Our theme, Plant America, includes a playground of possibilities of gardening and horticulture, in addition to water and conservation concerns. We encourage a variety of projects: Blue Star Memorial plantings, victory gardens, tree plantings, protecting wildlife, refreshing waterways, pollinator gardens. The possibilities are endless. The projects that your clubs engage in within local communities distinguish you from the work of other gardening organizations. Towns, cities, neighborhoods, and roadsides across America all benefit from National Garden Club projects. Plant America Community Project grants will continue to be offered and awarded to new and continuing projects of our local garden clubs. This grant provides financial support to our member clubs and increases our visibility in communities. Garden clubs across the country work hard to protect and enhance the vitality of the great outdoors. As we transition into this new era, we must, of course, look to the future. But our success in the future is only possible if we first honor our history. If the gardens of America are our legacy, then our history is the roots. Their vibrant blooms represent the promise of the future, but ones we'll only ever reap if we endeavor to sow their seeds together. This has always been the mission of NGC and the story of this great country that we are dedicated to keeping beautiful. Going forward, we will consider the future, set challenging goals, and have the determination to achieve them together. Our shared passion enhances the enjoyment of learning from and interacting with our beautiful world. So grab your gardening tools, pick up your kids, and get to playing outdoors. Take your smartphone with you so you can snap photos of you and your family playing in the garden, and share them with us virtually. And so I look forward to playing outdoors with all of you as we continue to plant America together.